Well, hi there. I'm Colin Lamb. I hope you're doing very well wherever it is that you may happen to be. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking me. And in this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Windrose song Diggy Diggy Hole from their 2019 Wintersaga album. This is Dwarven Metal. And this is what YouTube decides I might be interested in. And you know what? I'm all for it. So cheers. That was mostly foam, but it all goes to the same place and it all ends up as gas once again. Now, I came across this. I watched like 3 seconds of it. As soon as I saw the title and a little bit of the imagery, I just went to the middle of the video and saw, and I was like, yeah, I need to review this on my channel. I will look at almost anything on the channel as long as it is interesting in that respect, as long as I can click on something and be immediately interested. So I'm very much hoping that this could be a cool band that I could get into. I'm going in optimistically. And drinking this nice Australian lager. This is a delicious beer down under here. I've been here for about a year. I don't think I sound Australian yet, but I'm starting to enjoy the beer, which I've found to be somewhat lackluster. And I think that's relevant because dwarves, from what I've seen in 3 films, let's be honest, enjoy frosty mugs of beer. So cheers. Now, who are Windrose? Well, apparently Windrose was founded in 2009 in Pisa, Tuscany, Italy. They released their first demo called Demo 2010 in March 2010, and they started out apparently originally performing Dream Theater covers, so I'm thinking that might be an influence. I have a hunch that it could be some kind of proggy, metal-y, emotive thing, some kind of symphonic thing. Their second, or their debut full-length album, Shadows over Lothadruin, was released in August of 2012, and they gained popularity by supporting well-known bands like Wintersaga, Fintroll, and Epica during their European tours. I have no idea who those bands are, but I think they might be other Napalm Death bands. Could be wrong. I don't know. Now, they've recently signed to Napalm Records and released their 5th studio album, Warfront, on June 10th, 2022, and I think they've got another one coming out in 2024. I think that's what it said in the description of this YouTube video, which I will link the original down in the description. Their music is often referred to as Dwarven Metal, which combines power metal and folk metal with orchestration and vocal harmony. So is that the recipe for Dwarven Metal, aside from the dwarves themselves? It's power, folk, orchestration, and harmony? I certainly hope so. That sounds like a tantalizing prospect. But before I watch this video, I think that there are a couple of questions that I will need answered during the duration of the video. Number one, is this going to be a shtick costume in theater with passable metal? Metal, in my opinion, it's kind of easy to churn out with recording software these days. A lot of the drums just sound like programmed MIDI lines to my ear, and it's just sort of rhythmic chugging, and I don't find a lot of it to be very interesting. But if there is an orchestral and harmonic property to this music, I could be into it. And hey, who doesn't love a good dwarf? Second question is, are there going to be non-dwarves portraying mythical dwarfs, or modern people of small stature portraying mythical dwarfs? An important question. The third question is, will Moria be mentioned? And what I kind of mean by that is, are they going to lean into pre-existing dwarf lore, or have they created a mythical world of their own? And that might be a question that if you are a fan of these guys, you can answer for me down in the comments. And please, I know nothing about this band. This is the first time I've ever listened to them. Let me know if you have something interesting you'd like to share about the band. So, if you're new to my channel, I'm going to tell you right now, you might see appearance of this mythical dagger here, which is part of my own lore. Oh, you want to be a fucking hero? You want to try something? You want to try something? But if I really get into the music, you might see this dagger raised, and consider that to be a non-offensive and horrible alternative to getting a boner. Right? If you see this thing come up, let's watch the video. I don't know where I was going with that. Let's get into it. Okay, let's pop this thing up here. This is Windrose Diggy Diggy Hole. Good name for a dwarf song, I guess. On the Tone 98 point metal boner. I hear the drums in the deep. Let's give this some volume here. Ooh. We've got tongs and metal working. Fucking dwarvish right there, folks. Oh. feel like I'm leveling up in an RPG here. Let's get another sip down. All right. These are just dudes dressed up as dwarves. That's one question answered.
Brothers of the my rejoice. Raise a bigger, raise a voice. Down and down into the deep. Who knows what will find beneath? Diamonds, rubies, gold, and more. Hidden in the mountain's door. Born underground, sucker from a teal of stone. Raised in the dark, the safety of our mountain home. Skin
This is Chanty. I'm a dwarf and I love it. Oh, here it comes.
The sunlight will not reach this low. Never seen the blue moon glow. One flies so high, feel a glass and dance on me. Stop your bellies and
Feel a glass.
stumble home and fall asleep, dreaming in a mountain deep. Born underground, grown inside a rocky womb. The earth is a cradle, the mountain shall become our tomb. Face us on the battlefield, you will meet your doom. We do not fear what lies beneath, we can never dig too deep.
Oh.
I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole, diggy, diggy hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
I think I could be in the. I think I have the facial features to be in this band. Are they going to show the hole? Oh. Yeah, I got to see the hole. I actually dug a hole today. I dug out some shrubs. Sharpened my spade and my root cutting saw. I digged a hole. I could get drunk at this concert, at a concert of this. I would pay to go see this. I think I need to look up some live stuff. He's loving it. I am a dwarf and I dig a hole. Oh, he's got a discerning eye. All right, well, that was Windrose, Diggy Diggy Hole. So, were my questions answered? Let's work backwards. Was Moria mentioned? No, Moria wasn't specifically mentioned. It seemed like they've got their own thing going on. If they're not borrowing heavily from the established tropes of the Dwarven mythologies popularized by Tolkien and others. Let's go back up to question number 2, which was, are these non-dwarfs portraying dwarfs? Checkmark. They are non-dwarfen, not people of small stature portraying mythical dwarfs. To great effect. I mean, these guys look like they certainly enjoy it. Question number 1 was basically, would the music stand up without the shtick, without the costumes and the theatrics? I don't think so. Honestly, if I just heard that, if a group of guys showed up, it would seem preposterous if they weren't dressed like that, playing that kind of music. So I suppose it's a bit of the question kind of answers itself with the statement of the fact that it is Dwarven Metal. So we can just take the idea of them not being dwarfs out of the question, if that makes sense. Is it particularly great music? Not in terms of complexity or performance, but it is sing-along kind of stuff, and I can definitely see how that would get a crowd going. So I really enjoyed that. Maybe I'm left a little thoughtful of that. I'm just trying to see, in terms of these bands that really go for it theatrically, I think I need a bigger slice of this dwarf metal pie. Would I listen to that again, which is always an important question to answer? Probably not in my free time. I might give the album a spin, but is there going to be a moment where I'm, maybe when I'm at work digging that next hole, maybe I'll be like, I could really use some appropriate accompaniment to this toil. But we'll see. We'll see about that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down in the comment. Where do you sit with that? Is that just shtick? Is that music? Does it matter if people enjoy it when it's played live in a time where you basically need to be a live band to have any success because there's no money to be made off record sales? Maybe those guys can sell dwarf costumes and axes and all sorts of crap. I don't know. Maybe they were just guys working at a Renaissance fair who thought, we have rudimentary understanding of performing metal. We should be doing this just with metal. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and let me know your thoughts down below. You take very good care of yourself, and I'm going to dig a hole in this goddamn mug of beer. Goodbye.